Platypus, welcome back. Welcome back. How has the week been, man? How you doing?
It has I have had such a good week this week in terms of just like life in general. Um I've been having so much fun with CZ Chaos Zero Nightmare. I've just been pushing content, having a great time with that. I've My girlfriend cleaned the living room. I started doing some yard work, so I look at my yard. It still looks terrible, but it looks nicer. My house is cleaner. I'm healthier. I'm having fun in my games. My views are up on my channel. I mean, like it's like I had a
Okay.
genie with three wishes, and this week was a perfect week for me. I hope next week can get as good as this week, but we'll see.
Okay. I like that. Like your number two was that your girlfriend cleaned the living room. It's like I played ZZN, living room is clean. Like those are
It's
your priorities in life.
I listen, I can't talk. All right. I can't talk. My room is there's this pizza box. This is the grossest thing you'll ever learn about me. This pizza box,
Okay.
3 weeks old. 3 weeks old.
It's a
It's been there for
decoration. It's not
three
a
weeks.
box. I'm going to call it a decoration for you, just so we can make it,
At,
more official.
at this point, it is a decoration. If
It's your new
for
coffee table.
that's been that has been there longer than I've kept Christmas trees up. All right. So yeah, so I can't talk, but my girlfriend cleaned the living room. It looks so good, and it's such a
Okay.
nice space to go into now.
Dude, I will say when you walk into a clean house, it just feels right. At least for
I
me.
I can I could trick myself and convince myself it doesn't make me any happier, but every time I'm in a clean room, I feel better. And
Hmm.
I let my laziness, the same voice that's like you that in my head is like, you deserve Taco Bell today. You work so hard. You work so hard. You've been good all
Get that
day. You
chalupa.
deserve that same voice that convinces me to be lazy and that you don't care about a clean house. They're lying.
Oh yeah.
Every time I go into that living room and I just go like, oh, this feels good. Things are in their place.
You've
I
got
love
like
it.
the Minami angel on one side and the Mesa devil speaking on your other ear. That's
That's
the
right.
picture I've got right there.
Bleeding my bank account dry with Taco Bell.
At least Taco Bell is not $1 million. Like I feel like they've kept their prices relatively cheap in the game for this year at least, or this time frame.
That's the most controversial thing you said. I mean, I'll admit they're not McDonald's, but like I used to be able to get 79-cent tacos.
Oh
I used to
yeah.
go with $5 and get 5 items.
Yeah.
Now they're whatever burrito, their cheapest bean and cheese burrito is like 250.
Oh.
What happened, Taco Bell?
How dare
I
you?
pay it. I pay attention to that kind of stuff.
Tariffs.
250. Listen, and I'm 280 pounds. I get six. Okay. And so now I'm spending $15 at Taco Bell getting their cheapest item. Taco Bell.
Okay,
I
so
only go there for special occasions.
so now I got to ask because, and this is obviously related to Persona. I mean, who would say this wasn't? My
Yes.
favorite fast food. I rarely eat fast food, but when I do, Raising Cane's because their cane sauce is the shit. Favorite fast food, and everyone else put in the comments. I want to know everybody's favorite fast food. But what is your favorite fast food?
First of all, there is no Raging Canes in Washington.
Oh,
So that is not an
sucks.
option. I did go there one time. I visited Texas and I went there one time. It was very good. It was
Yes.
chicken strips, right?
Yeah,
It was
they
very
make
good.
chicken strips, Texas
Um,
toast, coleslaw, and fries. That's the only thing they serve.
I don't want to say Taco Bell. I don't think Taco Bell is my favorite. Here's the thing. My dream in my life,
Hmm.
truly, if we were currently living heaven on earth and calories weren't a thing, money wasn't a thing, you're just
Okay.
happy all the time, I would eat fast food every single meal for my whole life. That is my desire.
Okay.
I love fast food.
The
My
the
dad never
palace
cooked.
fast food desire. I could see him like in a
My
palace.
my dad did not cook one time in raising me, and I lived with him for a long time. All
Okay.
right. So I was raised on fast food. I would say my favorite baseline is probably Chick-fil-A, but it's a little
Ooh,
it's
it's
pretty
expensive, but it's good.
expensive. It's expensive, but it's good. But I do genuinely think it's one of the best, and they're just
So
always so fast. The order is right, and it tastes good.
if you haven't done this, your goal is to do this today because they're closed on Sundays. Have you gotten their little chickens? The what the hell do they call them? Like the chicken pieces, chicken nuggets, whatever they.
They might be called chicken nuggets.
You
I
know
don't
what I
know.
mean?
I don't
But
remember.
get that.
Yeah, yeah,
Get their mac and cheese and mix those bitches together.
yeah. Ooh.
Dude, I'm telling
You
you,
know,
it's life changing.
all right. You know what?
That's your dinner
We're
tonight.
we're gonna we're gonna
That might be
cancel
my dinner tonight.
our gonna cancel my polls for Mesa A1, and I'm
Okay.
going to instead get Chick-fil-A because that's about equivalent in cost,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's like it's almost an A6 Mesa to go to Chick-fil-A these
Yeah.
days. Especially if you want to get a shake or something, like you're just out. You're just
It's
out.
like I eat at home now. I eat frozen chicken, beans,
Hmm.
and I eat rice and eggs, things that are like, hey, I could eat for $40 a week.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at.
I see my thing is it's the kids, man. Like to take a family of 5, even to like a Wendy's. A Wendy's is like 75 fucking dollars. Sorry, language. I get riled up about fast food apparently. It's
No,
$75 to take my family to Wendy's. And so why do we eat
and,
at home? Because I can get a few days worth of groceries for that.
and I would say that $75 is I would argue it's conservative, not
Mm,
necessarily from the price, but it's like, hey, you get a Happy Meal, you get a Happy Meal. It's not like you get the big cheeseburger and an extra frosty, and you
yeah.
get the thing, and it's like getting the baseline. Like I'm a big boy. I like 2 things at least. Like I've never at Wendy's. I got 6 burgers
Oh
yesterday.
God.
All right, that's the only thing I ate yesterday. To be fair, all right. Besides Halloween
Okay,
candy,
queso.
yesterday was destructive. Halloween, I took the day
I ate
off
so
work.
much candy.
I went and I learned how to play the League of Legends card game Riftbound. I made YouTube content. It was a good week. And I mean, I devoured that
Hell
Wendy's,
yeah.
bro. But it's like, yeah, it's like it cost me for me and my girlfriend, it was $20,
Jesus.
let alone that's 2, add 3 more people to that mix. And
See,
that was $20 after I got a free Baconator.
see,
All right.
I
So
I still, I promise we'll talk about Persona today, guys. I can still eat like a powerlifter, even though I don't powerlift anymore. And I like to get the double bacon cheeseburger with 6 spicy nuggets and a giant ass root beer and a big fry. So I've lost 35 pounds this year. I'd have to go sit on the scale and figure it out. And I can still house that like it's not even there. Like, and still be hungry. Like my brain does not tell me I'm full. Like I can just go down on some food.
I have, this is one thing I truly discovered about myself in my early to mid 20s, that I get hungry and can eat different than normal other people get hungry and
Mm,
eat. I don't know if it's because I'm 6'4". I don't know if it's because I'm already a big boy, but like when people are like, yeah, let's eat. And they're like, yeah, I had a sandwich and a bag of potato chips. I'm like, what? Like I'll eat 12 bags of potato chips, 3 sandwiches, 2, like I'll eat. I used to measure like how many slices do you eat? I was like, no, how
mm.
many pizzas do you eat?
Yeah.
I
Slices, no.
I never share a slice of my medium pizza. You're lucky if I let you have a slice of my large pizza.
Yeah. We
It's
were,
like
oh god.
that's evil. There's an evil in me.
We,
There's an evil in me.
your Palace Ruler boss is definitely
Yeah,
a fast food place. We were in New York City a few
gluttony.
weeks ago for vacation, and we went to Joe's Pizza. And so picture like my 2 little kids, my wife, myself, and my exchange student. Our oldest kid couldn't make it, and we're like, oh, should we get 1 pizza or 2? I'm like, no, we got to get 2. And these are big. This is like New York style, big pizzas, right? And my wife's like, you guys can't eat that. The student and I, we housed more than a pizza, like a pizza and a half. And then the other family basically each had a slice of pizza. Like, we're like, we got this. Like, don't you worry. We got this.
I've one good thing about being an adult with adult friends is like we go to a pizza place, we all get a pizza. It's not like, hey,
Yeah.
how many pizza? There's 4 of us here. Should we get 1 pizza or 2 pizzas? Like we're getting 4 pizzas. I'm not sharing my pizza.
Yeah.
You 2 split a pizza if you want, but me and my buddy, we each want our own pizza.
You can't go
Anyway,
get wings
what-
with me.
what-
What are we
what
doing
about
in Persona? We there's a video game. I'm literally playing it too while we're talking. I'm doing my dailies. Futaba. They have been pushing Futaba all over Twitter. And they basically pretended that Mesa didn't exist. And I think it's the funniest thing. I know some of the community is going to be like, what the hell? But they were just like, we know people aren't going to pull him. Let's just move on to Futaba.
Listen, I just cannot about Mesa. All right. How the hell do you design a full character and how does he not do gun stuff? How does he not do gun damage instead of physical damage? It doesn't even make sense to me. His entire social link is about improving your guns. And I know he's a doctor. He uses a scalpel. He cuts people.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but then make make this stuff line up.
Yeah.
It would have been so much cooler to have the first gun DPS in the game as opposed to just Ryuji at home most of the time. I don't get it.
They could have even because they obviously want to do like a stance switch with them. How cool would it have been if the stance swapping was physical into gun?
physical into gun.
That would have been
cool.
amazing.
But they're like, oh, but then we can't introduce dual element until we do that 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
You know,
3 banners later, we'll do that. Or 4. Yeah.
Like I won't lie, Futaba might be the least hype character that they could release in this game for me. I'm going to be honest. And I know that is controversial. Okay. Futaba has always been and forever will be, in my opinion, the worst character in all of Persona 5. She's the only character I actively wish wasn't around. And I know that's harsh. But she's very obnoxious and I know she has trauma and I don't want to diminish her trauma, but every character in that game has some pretty significant trauma. And there's a lot of characters in a lot of games that have significant trauma and they aren't really annoying as well. They aren't destructive to be around. Although I do like her palace a lot.
Her palace is cool.
But more importantly, beyond that, it's not about her character. I'll pull for a character I don't like. The whole mechanic of inflicting weaknesses to me feels like fundamentally not what I want from a game built around multiple elements. You know, it's like I feel like this is like a weird power creep direction that I wouldn't want the game to go anyway.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like introducing weaknesses. I don't like inflicting weaknesses on enemies in general. I like it can open up some interesting paths, but I would like Wonder to do that kind of thing. You know, I would like if Wonder has, because I mean that's what I did in Persona 5, right?
Yeah.
Wonder's the one that implemented weaknesses into enemies with like ice weakness. So having like a premium character take up that slot, I don't know. It's just not the direction I like myself.
I love it because you're starting us with a hot take. I will agree with you on the P5 part. Like her character did nothing for me. It's
every time she grabbed, was like, oh, you got to take me out of here. I'm like, why are you around me? I don't want to hang out with you. If you weren't the navigator and I needed you to level up for the stupid new effects, bro, you would be on the bench.
Fair. I don't think I have the same level of hate that you have for her, but I definitely I could do without her. I'd be fine. But
I think she was just mid tier, and then I found out everyone liked her, and I'm like,
well, now you have to hate her twice as much.
They're like, Haru, you mean the dumb rich girl? I'm like, dumb rich girl. She's pleasant. She's the only character that's just like a good time, and she's sweet, and she's caring, and she's rich. Who cares? I mean, Haru is just such a sweetheart, you know. So so I'm like Futaba, the only character that actively antagonizes you throughout the game, bro.
I'm looking forward to the amount of questions we're about to get. Partially to drive engagement around how many awarenesses should I take for Haru, or not Haru, sorry, for Futaba, and then it's going to be followed with, well, should I get her A1 first or her weapon first? Like I can already see it. I'm going to make the should you pull video, and I'm going to address all these things, right? So I won't necessarily give it all here, but she to me in this game embodies one of the core issues I have, which is the game's not hard enough for that question to matter unless you're pushing scores. At no point in this game will you ever need an A1 anybody for anything unless you need scores. And I feel like a broken record because I've been saying this since even pre-launch. And like I'm on KR. I don't play the KR one anymore just because I don't have time. But I have an A0 Futaba. I have an A0 Cord. I have an A0 everybody else. I don't have a single A1 for the limited characters on KR. I've done all the content I've ever wanted to do, except for try to be number one on the scores. Never had a problem.
It's for me, it's also, I mean, on that specific topic, I mean, the game's not hard enough. It's like, is A6 Futaba broken? I'm like, probably duh. Like, sure, just like A6 Cord is broken.
A6 but everybody is.
I mean, again, I'm clearing content with Soy in Sepia. Like, what else do what do I need this character for? And also, again, fundamentally, like this might be a creator issue as opposed to a normal player issue, but it's like I feel about Futaba kind of how I feel about Cord, where I'm like, it's just too strong of a mechanic, right? Like this is and I'm like, if I'm going to make a guide, like, all right, step one, have Futaba. Someone's going to say I don't have Futaba. If anyone in the game doesn't have Futaba, then I shouldn't use Futaba for a guide unless it's like during her patch cycle. So now I'm like, all right, so because that's why I always lean towards like the Soys, the 4 stars when I can, and maybe Joker, because pretty much everyone has Joker. He's basically a standard unit. Or I'll use some standard 5 stars. But it's like Futaba is like a headache for content creation because like, what do? Like, I don't want to use her in any content because if I use her in any content, people are going to say I don't have her, and then the video is useless.
Earphone, I see this every once in a while. I'll go and jump on one of his guild bosses, his videos for them, and it's always the same thing that he has to deal with. He's like, he's like, here's my team. If you don't have cord, you do this. If you have cord, but you have it at A0 instead of A1, you do this rotation. And it's just going to get worse with some of these other powerful characters. And I don't envy him for that reason. And this is also a big reason why I don't bother trying to push guild boss guides. First of all, I know I'm not the best guild bosser out there. I'm not trying to be. So I'm not trying to get that niche. Like other people, Slick Rick, Earphone, they can have it. But also I don't want to write a guide that I have to be like, here is my logic diagram like I build at work where it's like, go to this gate. Do you have the character? Yes. Go up. No. Go down. Are you willing to spend to get this character? Yes. Go use your credit card. No. Go down. You have the character. Did you get A1? Yes. Go. It's like, it's this whole logic tree just to say if you're best skill 1 or skill 2. Like I don't want to deal with that. Honestly, I just don't.
And again, this is only for currently the guild bosses. Like this is an issue that
not
I
currently,
already had felt.
Forever. It will always only be for guild bosses and SOS.
Like this is an issue that I have felt for a long time, but CZN Chaos Zero Nightmare definitely amplified it because like that game, I know you felt it. That game pushes back. You know, that game.
I've lost a lot in that game.
That game pushes back, and it's such a nice feeling to have the threat of losing exist. Like, and I love Persona, and I love Persona. I think at this point primarily for the IP, even though I think the game is fun. It's got great animations. It's got fun characters with cool kits. It's got very thematics. I love the palaces and I love the bosses. But the day-to-day is like there's a very much like at a point, if you're doing something with zero risk of loss, it's not a game as much anymore as it is a chore. Maybe chore is a bit extreme, but if I'm playing a game but I can't lose the game, then it's not really a game. It's an activity almost, you know? It's like, and that's something I think Persona is struggling with for me is it's just, I don't even want to say mind-numbingly easy because there's no mind. You could auto, you could auto nearly every single thing in the fight besides maybe some occasional, like they might have like 3 or 4 fights in a new patch cycle where you can't auto it. You need to manual it, but you don't need to think about manualing it. You just got to make sure use skill 3 instead of skill 1, nerd. Or actually use the gun if you're Soy, because Soy won't use the gun on auto, right?
And it's like the one. There's been like 3 fights where the last boss has been like tailor made for basically 1 to maybe 2 teams, and if you don't have them, you are just screwed out of it. But then there's no reward for it, so it's like. Cool. Yeah, I didn't get my 10 sun
And again,
things.
I cleared both of those fights, like Genbu 5 and the next one, Raga Naga or whatever, both without the unit. So it's like I still cleared it. And I'll admit, like that's a point. Like you can make the game really unnecessarily hard, but I hate this argument. I got this a lot in Expedition 33, where I'm like, hey, the game's too easy. I'm one-shotting everything in the game. Like, well, you're using all the damage ups and the most powerful skill. Of course you're one-shotting everything.
Like, why don't you use the skill in front of you?
Why won't you use the weaker stuff? I'm like, because I'm a video gamer, bro.
Yeah.
I could also play the game on a dance pad and make it harder, but that's not fun. I want to do my best and then have the game, push back when I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
I don't want to purposely play blindfolded with, one hand upside down to make the game harder. Like it's an artificial difficulty.
Oh yeah.
I can go on about this. This is from fatigue from Expedition.
Oh yeah.
Because I got that a lot.
My favorite content, I think, so far has been, remember those, I forget what they call them, but the bosses where you have to pick your modifiers. And that would change how difficult the boss was.
That was easily the best boss fight that they've added in the game because it went to the point where it was too hard. Not too hard. Like, please tone it back. But it was like, I don't think I could complete it with all of these restrictions on. Like, I literally don't think so. Being able to tailor make it in a very fun way. And strategizing, I went back to that thing and I changed it like 10 times to be like, all right, you know what? Maybe I can deal with this guy getting stronger attacks because I'm not dying, but I need to lower their HP because I'm not killing them fast enough. And that was 10 out of 10 content for this game at least. I don't know if every game needs it, but that was the best fight.
It was
by
the
far.
best kind of choose your own adventure because you got to look at your units and say, oh, you know what? I don't have the character that does X type of damage, but I did pull this other character. And so now I can swap them and I turn one of them to weak and one of them to resist. You know, and I mean, just they had all the different gates. So there's a lot of different ways you could challenge it. And it also made it fun because, like, from a content creating perspective, I'm like, this is about as impossible as it's going to get to tell someone how to do it. Like, if you have this exact team that I have, you could do the gates that I did. But if you don't, I don't know who the hell you have and whose 5 stars you have and whose blah, blah, blah is A1. Like, but, you know, pick out these 7 strategies and maybe you can, like, make a Rubik's Cube that works for you. But I thought that was great content. Or not, but great, yeah, in-game content. You know what I mean?
100%. And I think they did 2 of those, right? There was the trumpeteer, and then there was the, I don't remember, like the 5 guys, the 4 guys that stood
the
there.
Bishimotans and stuff, yeah.
I wonder if I did a video on that, because I guarantee you, if we look at that and we see my team, it's going to
have sepia.
It's gonna have sepia, and it's like, even when it's like I'm doing the hardest level of content, you're still able to meme it. So like, people are saying tier lists are useless in CZN. I mean, I feel like they're more useless in Persona. I do them because there is objectively better characters and stuff, so it makes sense. But it's like, bro, if you want to use non-summer closer for the whole game forever, and you just get her some good cards. She might be one of the weakest damage dealers, but the only thing you need to do is stay alive and win before 80 turns, like 99% of the time, and 120 turns usually in the story fights. So
yeah.
I'm kind of like, who cares? Just have fun, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I think, you know, you said, like, what kind of game is this a few minutes ago. I'm starting to think it's almost more of like a sim collection game than anything else. I mean, they do eventually get some other modes. We've talked about before, like Astrolab and Tartarus, which
asshole grab.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I think that those ones they're fun. Like, I think they're good, but it's not like 10 new modes are coming that are going to, like, revolutionize the game. Like, the game that we're playing today fundamentally will be the same game we're playing about a year from now. Like, just be ready for it. They do get some other cool things though. I think the content I might be looking forward to even more than Astrolab is when we get to fight the other characters. So, like, right now it's going to be Chinese New Year Rin and Howler that you fight against. And the last one was Summer Closer and Summer Tomoko. And then they had Fox, and I forget who he was with, if he was with anybody. And so, like, those fights are hard and those are fun. So, like, they do have some other stuff, but it's like periodic. It's not always ongoing. So they do have some stuff, but I still think that the majority of the game is honestly the cycle that we're doing right now, which is go through content for about a week, then do your dailies for about a week, 2 weeks, and then get your patch. And that's really just the cycle of the game.
And I was genuinely excited for this to be like, everyone's like, this is like a side game. This isn't a main game. But when you're playing at first, it is a main game.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much content. And now I'm at the point where I think it is just more of a side game. Like, I'm willing to admit I was wrong. But like today, for example, I am genuinely so excited. I am so excited. I'm going to stream for like 2 or 3 hours today.
Nice.
I'm so excited to go through the palace. I'm so excited to go through mementos. When they add new levels of mementos, just driving around the car, getting resources, boom, running over shadows, boom, going into the palace, listening to the story develop. Like, that shit is fire.
Yeah.
That shit is so much like that. Those aspects are way better than games like CZN, in my opinion. CZN sucks when it comes to the story and stuff.
Story's horrible.
The presentation of that kind of stuff, just like having like a real JRPG vibe when they release that content is so good. It's just the end, like even Metaphor, a lot of it is like not that hard, but then you've got some super bosses in Metaphor Refantasio,
Yeah.
You can't just auto every fight. So Persona has its issues, but I really don't want that to undermine how powerfully good the fun part of the content is.
Yes.
Yes, I genuinely think guild bosses and the SOS kind of sucked. I just don't think they're that fun. It just getting big number bigger for the sake of like 10%, 5% better rewards. But those palaces, mementos, like I'm all in.
I wish those would
that
come
stuff.
sooner. I one part now want them to speed up the palace content, but then also whenever we're caught up, I really want that to be not so infrequent between their updates, because they keep saying what there's like 7 people that they're trying to find. I forget what the number was. It was in the story, but and we're only a few palace rulers in. Like they have like I don't want that to stretch out for 10 years before we actually can get through the 7th boss or whatever it is, or 7th palace. And like you're right, like I love the JRPG aspect. I love going through the palaces. I finished the palace on my last stream. I'm doing Mementos tonight on the stream. Yesterday, if you're watching this when this comes out. And that'll be the end of my content until the next cycle that gives us another palace, which I don't remember which cycle that is. If it's Futaba, I don't think it's Futaba because I think Futaba comes with her own story like you had for like Fox and Queen and everybody else. But now I got to wait for like the next palace. And I'm like, I want it now. I'm being impatient.
And I'm kind of like, I'm kind of with you there. And I'm going to ease back into making videos for it. Like I haven't given up the game and I'm not like not making videos, but when a brand new game comes out, like you have a short window to really capture an audience and capitalize on releasing content. And I just have a finite amount of time. So it's like, yeah, right now I'm making just CZN videos every day.
Yeah.
And that is because it is big right now. Right. And in a month,
and it's
or maybe not even a month, but in a couple months, it's going to slowly die down. Like if you look at my Persona numbers, you know, really big to like maintenance stats. And as I get more time to do CZN, I'm going to, to do Persona, I'm going to ease back into making videos. Like I want to cover the updates still. Like I want to say, hey, here's what's coming to the next update. Here's what I think about Futaba and her kit. Here is this. And so yeah, don't think the Plat or the Bear have abandoned this game. I still think genuinely when it comes to Persona, I'm a lifer. I don't think I will ever not play this game, even if I'm taking breaks for maybe even a full patch cycle. Maybe I'm like, you know what, like the summer event thing, like if they do another one that's like that, where it's like, hey, for the next 2 weeks, the only thing you're going to get is some mini game you don't want to play and a character you don't want to pull. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do the shaved ice. Okay. I don't really want the character. I don't want to do shaved ice. I'm just going to skip this patch. Like I'll just be back in a couple weeks for the next one. You know, that might happen, but like the real palace content, like that shit is just so fire. It's so fun. I will be doing that forever.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was saying like, it's definitely hit the side game status in terms of how much commitment it takes, not side game from the sense of like, I'm putting it to the back burner. I'm the same as you. Like I'll play this game for life, but like, and I think we might have even talked about this last week. The amount of content I can create for this game is just very small right now. It's basically who's a new character, what's the new, content cycle update. And then if they introduce a new mode, cool. Now I've got something to talk about, but I can't bring it to the level of just farming daily content to just farm daily content from a content creation standpoint. Like, not when there's so many other things that interest me that I want to cover. And so, yeah, I mean, even if you look at my channel, ZZN content is the bulk of what I'm doing at the moment. It's a new game. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot that we're discovering. And we just don't really have those discoveries left in Persona right now. I wish we did. I think it'd be cool if we did.
Yeah. I mean, and the fundamental issue I would say is like, you can figure out a way to make daily content in Persona. Gun to my head, I can make daily content on Persona, but it gets so formulaic and it gets so niche, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not.
And the audience
people
can
do
tell.
what they want.
Yeah.
People do what they want for fun. I know there are people that do it, and so if you genuinely love every single guild boss making videos going over the absolute best way to cover the guild boss, that's fine and do it. But it's like that's not going to be ever. It's capped out a long time ago, right? There's no chance you're going to release a video and it's going to get 10,000 views or 100,000 views. It's like and for people that are kind of like, I'm trying to kind of still grow my channel in general. These are things I need to be aware of. And so even though I play Persona, I need to cover the more exciting things that will still generate views and less formulaic things that are just like, I mean, for me, that's more filler content. Like, I really want to do a video today, but I got nothing to talk about. You know what? Let's talk about the guild boss.
I think the next big influx of play, because right now I think the players are 99.9% the players that are they're in this game. They're going to play it. They love it. They're like us. I think it won't be until the anniversary, because anniversaries in gacha games always bring more people. Like, hey, is this the right time to come back to the game? Whatever. And then right after the patch after the anniversary is Persona 3. And so I think that's going to be the next big influx of new players. And they're in a great spot because they're going to come into the game and have all these palaces to catch up on. Like they're going to be in that JRPG zone for a hot minute. And so they're going to, those are the people that will bring new life into the game. And I'm going to do it. You're going to do it. Bladesford is going to do it. Anyone who covers this game is going to do it. And it's going to be is this the right time to play the game? Should you start the game in 2026?
Like why now is the best time to play Persona?
I will revise my beginner guide. Spoiler alert, I'll revise my beginner guide when the anniversary hits because it's a different beginner guide then. Like this is what everyone's going to do, but it makes sense because it's a new audience coming in. And we'll have our people that have watched all our videos that will watch them because they love us and they support us, the ones watching the podcast right now. But we are going to have to bring in new blood to keep this game going and to keep our content going for it.
100%. Whenever they announce Persona 6, I think that'll be big too.
Oh, fair. Yeah. Or if P4
we're more likely going to get Persona 5 Royal 2 before that, I guess. But it's like there's a real chance we get another Skyrim remastered before we get an Elder Scrolls 6. It's like there's a point where it's like something's going on with these games where they're just not coming out. So Persona 6, who knows when it comes out? But like I do think that will bring a big new audience because people will be excited and then they'll just kind of look for a Persona experience that they haven't played before, and that'll get a lot of people to just jump into the game.
I think all that news is going to be next year because next year is the 30th for Persona, isn't it?
I mean, I don't even keep up. All I know is I love Persona 3, 4, 5. Well, I love Persona 4 and 5. Persona 3, I really like. I won't go as far to say love.
Yeah. They did have. I didn't bother covering this because I didn't feel like it was worth me making a whole video on, but they did send out a survey recently, and it actually talked about Persona 4, and for the first time ever, Persona 6. And so it's the first actual confirmation that Persona 6 could be a thing. They didn't say, "Hey, we're making the game." And I forget how the survey was worded, but it was something around the lines of like, what are you most interested in? Persona 4, whatever it stands for, R, whatever. And then Persona 6. And so like they're starting to drum it up. And I think what I could see happening is end of year, more information on P4R, only because like you could throw that at like a games, festival or the gaming awards. And then I think next year they're going to go hard into Persona 6 with the anniversary. That's what I'm calling.
Right? Yeah. I mean, Persona 5 was, I think they knew Persona 5 would be big because Persona 4 was big, but I think Persona 5 blew their expectations out of the water. Yeah. I think it was like almost a worldwide phenomena for like a JRPG, right? Like, I don't think a lot of people expect JRPGs to be that big, but yeah. So everyone in the world knows they're making Persona 6. A Persona 6 will come out, whether or not it's soon, whether or not it's good, nobody knows. But there is a point where there's no way they're leaving that money on the table, right?
Maybe it's going to be
the literal biggest Atlas franchise.
It'll be Persona 6 minus 1.5, and it's really just Persona 5.5. that's how they'll make Persona 5 keep going.
That is like the bad timeline where it's like they continue the story of Persona 5 of the established characters. Like, hey, we already have such an established audience for this game. Do we really want to invent all new characters and new environments? Like, let's just continue the story. And then I'm like, bro, just look at Metaphor ReFantazio. That game kicked ass, bro. That game was so good, and it sold really well for what I suspect has probably a fifth of the budget of Persona 6.
For sure.
That game knew how to spend its budget very well.
Yes.
Like it looked good. It looked good with bad graphics. Like comparatively, the resolution of the graphics are not like whoa, but its art style was so like they had a really good art style. The music was everything about that game was so good. They stepped forward the gameplay into the best direction Persona's ever been. So Metaphor, keep killing it. That's Persona 6 to me, honestly.
It is. What if the reason Persona 6 hasn't happened yet is because they saw how receptive people were to Metaphor and the changes in the formula, and they're like, shit, Persona 6 is still too formulaic to the old way, and we need to like overhaul this to keep up with this like progression that we've made in the systems.
That's the good timeline. That's where they're like, hey, because the worst thing that could happen is Persona 6 comes out and it feels like a step back from Metaphor. It doesn't need to necessarily feel like another giant leap forward, but like another, and look, it would be fun. Another game you're in high school doing the exact same thing, doing palaces or Midnight Channel, whatever their version of nighttime. You're not you go in. That would still be fun, but showing that you could take the gameplay mechanics to an extent and like completely transform the environment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there was no like other world. They were just characters that went out and did fights and stuff, you know? It was like you could really, really do anything you want. And Persona 6, I think, will be split life sim, like of course
They
you know,
have to.
Metaphor
Yeah.
is. But I hope that it doesn't feel like a big step backwards from Metaphor. Also,
That's
how unbelievably cool was Stroll? I can't believe
I
how
love
cool
Stroll.
Stroll was, and I thought he was an NPC that was like a background character because
Yeah.
he's got the brown suit with the brown hair and the brown eyes, and I'm like, he doesn't look like an anime game.
No, he
you
didn't have
know,
main guy
main
energy
character.
at all.
Yeah, but he had. That's what's crazy is he was full
One of
of
the best
main
characters in
guy.
there.
He was full of main guy energy, but his design was so muted
Yeah.
that I didn't expect it. And there were so many times I'm playing the game where the protagonist is sitting here and Stroll is like, "You can't treat these people this way. We're gonna kick your ass."
Mm-hmm.
And you know, your protagonist sitting there. I'm like, Stroll's the main effing character, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's the real protagonist half of the time. I love Stroll.
Honestly,
I couldn't believe how much I liked him.
First of all their characters I think they did really well. But the strongest ones for me were Stroll, hands down. That dude was fantastic. And Heisme. Like, and maybe it's because I'm a dad, but like his story, that's hugged at me, man. Like the beats where he talks about his kid and what happened, and then he's like taking him with him and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, like, dude, he got me.
It's hard to make a story about a grizzled old man who has lost their son not absolutely crush me like in my heart. Like it's a very easy way to get me to like a character, but Heisme at the same time is he's also super cute, which is funny.
Yeah.
You know, he's this cute little like this
bad thing,
and he's reasonably funny, but he's also super like serious about the things that matter to him. But it's like this is what I love. It's like so many times in games there'll be a character and they'll have a trait. You know, it's like this is
the tank.
whatever. This is Rebecca. Rebecca is sad, you know, because of this traumatic thing that happened. Heisme is such a character. He's like, he feels three-dimensional. He is happy sometimes. He's funny sometimes. He's serious.
Yeah.
He has a huge amount of trauma in his past that he's dealing with. And
he rolls
like,
in the racism parts into it. Like,
yeah, it's like he feels like such a good three-dimensional character. And I feel like he does that better than the other characters in the game, even though I think most of the characters in the game are super well developed. There's a few that you get later that I was like, you feel a little more one trick, but like obviously Hulkenberg is great too.
Oh,
like I love Hulkenberg.
That whole the more I think about the game, the less bad I have to say about it. Like they really nailed so many things so well. And even the story and the way it twisted, I don't want to give like the big story plot spoilers, but you know the big twists that come in the game. Like I wouldn't say that they weren't predictable. Like it's hard to surprise me in a video game, to be honest with you. But they were, even where they were predictable, they were done very well. Like the surrounding environment of it was done well.
I wouldn't say that the big twists kind of thing were the most shocking parts to me. It was like the things where I'm like, oh, they're just doing this now. I get like there will be times when like a character will, you know, I think this is as vague as I could be. A character at some point in this game will die. Okay. It's like when a character dies, I'm like, I didn't expect this character to die at this point in this situation. Like I was like, that's the kind of stuff that surprised me, where I was like, whoa, anytime that happened, I was like caught off guard because I'm not used to that. As far as like big twists, I'm like, how many things have we not seen? But knowing that the game is willing to do some crazy smaller things in terms of their moments, it's borderline a 10 out of 10 game. I think there's a little bit of a drag in the middle of it, but I think it's like the beginning and end are 10 out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully Persona 6, I don't even want to say lives up to that. I wanted to surpass that because I'm selfish and I just want the next best thing. But, you know, and here's the thing is we know Persona 6, they've probably already planned out 47 spinoffs. Like, and so we need the core of Persona 6 to be amazing for the spinoffs to also be good. Right. And like Strikers, I think is a great freaking, did you play Persona 5 Strikers?
I've played it for like an hour. I haven't downloaded. I kept meaning to when I ran out of content on P5X to stream that, but
it's my favorite.
I just never get around to it.
Yeah. I think they did that really well as a spinoff.
It looks really fun. I am so excited. I bet like this, maybe this is a conspiracy theory, but I bet right now they have Persona 6 Strikers done. Like it's
Oh
like they're
yeah,
done and it continues the story of Persona 6. They're like, bro, we've been done with this game for 2 years. We can't release it until you're done with Persona
yeah. They have
6.
Persona 6 dancing all afternoon. They
And
have
the game's done. The
yeah.
game's been done for 2 years, and it like continues the story of Persona 6. And it's like they're like, bro, hurry up with that game. We have 4 games waiting for you. We have the anime done.
Yeah,
The anime is done.
I'm waiting for Persona 5, the nursing home simulator. Like it's an untapped market for them.
100%. Yeah, they're just gonna take out the 6, put a 5, and just keep doing more spin-offs of 5.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. You keep talking about ZZN, and in case other people made it this far that play that game as well, man, it's been a good week for gaming. Between that, DNA coming out, DNA I like, but I'm not as big into. But ZZN, that game, man, it caught me. Like it's like a bug. Like I just want to go in there and do some more runs. Honestly,
This is where something gets so sometimes I get frustrated at people. It's like if you haven't played CZN, there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
But there'll be people like, but why are you playing CZN or something when it has like the deals in the shop are bad. Like their shop is pretty bad in the game. And I'm like, I'm playing the video game because it's fun. You know, it's like it's so fun. It's the most fun I've had with a gacha, like straight up from a pure mechanical gameplay standpoint. I've had arguably more fun in Persona while doing specific palace and story beats where it's almost like a movie combined with a game. But CZN, just like pure mechanically, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I'm strategizing, and of course it's amplified. The views have been great as well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, literally, it would be not an exaggeration to say on average between 5 and 10x the views per video, as a Persona video. So I mean, like literally, my Persona videos are getting, a lot of them got 1,000 views, and a lot of these are getting 22,000 views, 20,000 views, 10,000 views. Between 10 and 20% more, or 20 times more views. So that obviously is like makes me biased. So don't take everything I say, but the game is just genuinely
it really is.
You
good.
you should download and try it if you like cards and you like turn based.
Yeah, I think so as well. And it's funny because like. Same thing. It's, I put out the video. It's like, I don't think the cash shop is good. And I stand by that. I don't think they priced it well. I'm just free to play. Like there's my solution. I just won't spend until I think it's worth spending it. And I even had someone in one of my comments today call me out and they're like, maybe if you really like the game, you should, put $20 into it and spend. I'm like, first of all, my friend, you have no idea how much money I've spent on gacha games. It's not a small number. And I have no problem spending in a gacha game if I'm enjoying a gacha game. That's not a problem. But I do have a problem putting money into something that I don't think has the right value proposition. When it has the right value proposition, I will put cash into the game because I am enjoying it, but I want the developers to fix their monetization before I support them in that fashion. It's that simple to
100%.
me.
And like for me, sorry, can you still hear me? My mic is being...
No, I got you.
For me, I spent like $150, $200. Like this is already, again, people, I want to remind people, when I do this kind of stuff, it doesn't come out of my bank account. I mean, in a sense it does, but it comes from like the Platypus gaming thing, right? It's not like I don't go to work and then spend my hard-earned work money. This is like a secondary resource. So when people see me spend $200, I'm not saying you should spend $200 of your W-2 income on this kind of thing, But and what I got out of that, I have 15,000 gems still. Like I haven't even spent that much, I didn't even use most of it because it's not very good value, but I kind of wanted to, like what you said, like I wanted to spend the money. I like spending money early in a gacha because it makes making early content a little bit easier. But honestly, if people want to play this game free to play, I mean, if you just look at who are the best characters, they're pretty much all free to play characters. Not literally, but I mean, like you can make some very powerful teams with free to play characters. You won't struggle to be like, oh, unless you just get really unlucky with pulls, like Bear has with his 4 stars.
Oh my God. That's the one thing that makes me want to spend money. I honestly think that later today, I'm going to go in there and just pull on the standard banner because I've got Haru. And I actually went and pulled her 5-star partner. So I was like, I want to try the banner. And they had the copies of the one I wanted for Hugo anyway. So I'm like, it's double value for me at this point. And I got her partner.
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say is like, yeah, you and your Hugo, bro.
Dude, he's
Bro, he's
A3
not
right now. Like,
he's not that into you. He's
yeah,
not that
yeah,
into
yeah.
you.
Someone called me a furry. They're like, oh, nice jump scare on the furry screen. I'm like, I just think the normal base screen is boring as shit. And that's the first one I unlocked. So yeah, put it up there. Like, I don't care. Cause you get like different
Yeah,
backgrounds for when you get to level 10.
Hugo's on my background right now. I
Yeah.
don't have like the sexy one that you have, but I still have like I just have Hugo standing there because he's the only character without massive tits, or basically.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, he keeps coming home. And then I want a damn shielder. Just any other sustain. I don't even care which one it is, because like I don't know what's wrong with me, but I cannot get a mirror to be great. Like, yeah, I get it. She can give me some damage reduction. She's okay-ish, but like she's not helping me where I need her to help me, and that's the problem. Like, she's not doing what I need.
This is the issue with Amir. I mean, it's fundamentally she is kind of presented as if she is a shielding defense unit, but she's literally a support DPS for a shielding team.
Yes.
Like, she is a way to use Magna to or you know, whatever, Kelpie, I guess, if you want to use, but she is basically a way where if you have a team built around generating shields, to still be able to get damage out of those cards, you know, where instead of like getting 110% shield in a counterattack, you'll also get an attack from the metallicized. But she doesn't like self-synergize like at all. She needs a secondary character. And if you don't have the shielder and you just have a mirror, you've got, you know, you're dividing by zero. It's an undefined team. It doesn't make anything, you know. It's half cooked. You forgot to put water with the pasta. It's just pasta in a hot pot, you know?
Exactly. But but I will say, man, I'm with you. Like, as far as gacha games go, from a pure gameplay perspective, I think it's my favorite one this year. And maybe it's a bit unfair to Persona, because I've played Persona last year, you know, with KR and everything. So it wasn't like new to me. It was new in the sense that it was global, but just it makes you think. And there are parts that are frustrating. I don't think it's a perfect game. Like, I hate the fact that on the save data, it doesn't give you like, hey, this is when you're going to go over cap and maybe you don't want to make this choice or don't get this equipment. Like, that pisses me off. But aside from that, and maybe some of the economy stuff in it, I like going into a run and maybe never seeing the card that I want. And someone's like, why do you have this one card in Hugo? I'm like, because it never showed me the other one. I didn't have a choice to pull the other one. But look at this deck I built around it, right? Like, and it's a fucking killer deck. Like, and I like that. It makes me think, and I've lost so many times in the game. Like, I've gotten to certain bosses and I had like characters in trauma and I just could not recover before they wiped me, or struggling through the basin mode. Like, and I like that I'm struggling. I like that I have to like put on my thinking cap.
100%. And it's like, apparently, I didn't even know this. The game had a really bad launch. I heard Vulcan say something about like there was controversy. I guess there was payment issues, people not getting items, and server issues. And now there's people complaining about the story and stuff. And it's like, that hasn't seemed to matter, at least to the content creators that I've seen. They're like, yeah, but the game is really good. Like, look at the translation of the game is dog shit. Like,
that is a problem.
I think it might be worse than Persona was at launch. It's hard to say. Persona had literal copy paste things in the wrong spot and literal like. But this
I
game
forgot about some of those. Yeah,
this game has really, really bad translations for a lot of stuff, and still people are just like looking past it because the game is so fundamentally like, it's the best designed video game gacha that I've played. Persona is like obviously a better story and engaging, and I have more 100%. I have more connection to those characters, and I like them more. Its traditional RPG aspects are way stronger.
Yes,
but as far as like, I just sat down and I played a chaos run. Like, I'm having more fun with this than anything else this year. 100%.
Apparently we're basically a commercial for ZZN now. No, it's so funny because my video today, and it's popping off. It was all over that emergency dev live stream, and I honestly had no idea half of these things were an issue that people were talking about. And like, I get some of the tech, like I did see some of the tech issues. I know the translation issues, the localization issues, whatever. But like, the amount of outcry, and this just goes to speak to different cultures, of the way the story is presented for one character having more favorability with the female characters than another one. And apparently they thought that there was feminist ideology. And I'm like, okay, I get that I'm older. Maybe I'm not fully in touch with everything, but not once when I've read through the story, and I only skipped the story like midway through chapter 5. I've read the rest of it. I never once sat back and said, oh, this feels like they're really pushing a feminist agenda. Like it just never even crossed my mind. I'm like, they're pushing feminine boobs,
like,
maybe. Like
you literally look up girls' skirts and look at their massive uncovered breasts, like for half of the game. It's like borderline a straight gooner game in a lot of ways, which I'm actually not into. But it's like, what's the feminist ideology that she doesn't have to sleep with the protagonist or something? I don't know. Maybe there is a genuine issue that, because I've skipped the story, but it feels blown out of proportion.
I want somebody to tell me what it is, because I feel like I'm blind to something here.
They need to rewrite the story of the game because Owen has too much game. Like Owen, apparently
he's got Riz. Like
Owen might get laid, and they're like, no. This
we can't have that.
We got to redesign the whole game. What I don't get is like, so I don't know if this gets us canceled. I don't know if I don't.
This is our last video. Sorry guys, we're now like going to be kicked off of YouTube.
I don't know what this means, but they're like, hey, this game has. I saw it in a comment. This game has issue with NTR.
What is that?
I don't know what it is. I think someone else said it was Neto Rare, something like that. NTR, and I
somebody put in the comments. I shit you not. I was gonna text you or Discord you, whatever, and ask you if you knew what that comment meant, because I honestly don't know what it means either.
I don't fundamentally understand it, I think, but this is what my at least American understanding is. It's just not spousal, but it's cheating on someone.
Who's cheating on who?
I don't know, but that's what I think it is. It's like, hey, this game is NTR. It's like this person's dating this person, but they're sleeping with another person. Like, yeah, but that's just cheating. That's like, that happens in real life all the time. I'm not saying it should be glorified or anything like that, but like, I think you don't need to ask. You don't need to ask 3 people if they have experience with someone cheating in their life. Someone does it. It's like a very common part of.
Maybe I fell asleep during the story, but I legitimately can't think of a single time that came up.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what NTR is. Maybe it has a totally different vibe, but like, that's what, based off Chat GPT, I'm like, what is NTR? And they're like, sorry, we can't tell you about that. No, it's like, so I don't even know, but
I'm going to call it Not That Real, because it's a video game and I don't give a shit. Like, the story's not even that good. Like, I just skip it now.
For me, it does kind of come down to like, when you're a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. I'm like, are you looking for stuff to be wrong? Like,
yeah.
It's not like they were just like, listen, if the story was like, the whole thing was a metaphor for trying to bring back like racism in the Westerns, like, and
that could be a problem. Yeah,
it's all about bringing back racism, pushing communism, pushing dictatorships.
Women can't vote.
It's like, we decided women can't vote, and that we have unpaid laborers. It's like, okay, I can understand like this being like, why did you choose to make a story about this kind of stuff in some weird anime game? But like, I don't know. It's like
the controversy of the season is Owen has Riz. Like,
it's like one of the characters, one of the girls likes one of the other characters. That was actually in the thing that one of their complaints was, that they said the complaint is that characters, not the protagonist, had relationships with each other and sidelined the protagonist, was like the Reddit post that I read or something. I'm like, what? Like, maybe in Korea it's a big deal, but like, don't you have Nike or whatever? Like, don't you have games that are meant to be as substitutes for no pornographic material being legal in the country? Like, do you need every game to be, I don't know, as some sort of escapism? Maybe this is just a Western versus Eastern.
Yeah, this is why it might just be a cultural thing here on this one.
It might just be they fundamentally have a different expectation going into a game than I do. But for me, it's such a non-issue that I can't even think about it.
It's a non-issue that's getting us either 40 or 50 polls. So I'll take
100 is good.
I'll take it. I'll take the free polls.
I'm going to talk about this in my video, but I genuinely think this is like a bigger deal in a bad way than people are letting on far. Maybe I'm not, but it's like, if they're going to rewrite the story, they're going to redo voice acting, they're going to redo all this stuff. I'm like, how much money is not going into making shit that is fun to play and just like redoing? People that have beaten the game are we gonna replay through the story again? Probably not.
It's gonna have to be amazing for me to go back and play it.
Like, unless there's like in-game rewards for doing it, but it's like, I just don't understand spending all this time, energy, and effort on I mean, I understand because they're in a controversy, but this controversy might genuinely affect us getting new game modes,
But
new better
here's how you
quality
solve
characters.
it. The characters get their memory wiped. It's literally a function of the game. You can go in the trauma wipe memory. So just on your next content update, wipe their memory and just make the story good going forward. Just, okay, your first 5 chapters sucked. Like, sorry, that's
Either way, I will say this is the big W though is that it shows the devs care about the longevity of the game. They're willing to Realm Reborn this shit to go in for the long run. Because sometimes, Tribe 9 or whatever, there is like, you don't like it? Well, fuck you. The game is EOS in 3 months. Have fun.
Yeah.
But these guys, I think they also make Epic 7 or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like they're hoping this will be a cash cow for a long time, and I hope to give them cash for that for their cow. They're I mean, they have that mommy milker lady who's like named after a cow, right? I guess so.
Where did this game just put me? I just totally accidentally crossed the street in Persona, and I don't know where I'm at now. Like, what street am I on?
We've just uncovered a new hidden area, guys.
No, like legit, I don't think I've ever been on the side of the street. It's, you know how when you're in Shibuya and you can cross over to like where all the shops are? You can also go to the right to the other corner to a drugstore that doesn't have anything you can do. And I did not know that. Like,
I'm trying to think. I wonder if I've done that.
There's nothing over here.
I've wandered Shibuya pretty thoroughly looking for stuff in the past, but maybe not. I'll watch the video later and I'll
it's going to be at the very end here. So yeah, like apparently you can do every crosswalk, and I didn't apparently never tried. So cool. Can I go to the other side? I bet you can. You can. Yeah, you can go to the 2 sides that are not the main part of Shibuya, and it's just like there's a couple closed shops. There's nothing you can do. See this? Okay, now you guys want Persona content.
Look at that
30-minute video coming.
I could already see it as like new hidden area unlocked, rewards you might be missing, and then
there's no rewards. That's the best part. And then
you come over there and you're just like, so there's these hidden areas that you can get to, and this is probably a spot where they're going to put content in the future.
Yeah, you can get to the 706
every day. Did you know? It's like, you could come up with some dog shit.
Yeah, video this is absolutely when you're farming content. This is what we do as creators. We're like, did you know?
Anyway, this video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
AFK
Let's
Arena. Go. I'm gonna close with this one because I'm curious what the community thinks. Do you care at all what sponsors we take? Like if somebody came to Platt and I and they're like, we want to sponsor your podcast, and we want a 2-minute integrated ad in the middle of it, short of something completely atrocious, like, politically unsavvy, or, like take away all the, like, you can go too far to an extreme. But if it was like a game that was like Super Gooner 101, we talk about the breasts sticking out on girls and stuff like that in these games, but like, let's just put that to the max, right? If we dropped a 3-minute or 2-minute integration in the middle of this video, but it meant that we got sponsored, what is the line? I'm curious what our audience thinks the line is for that.
I'm interested too, actually. It's just like, and I think there's like some clear stuff. It's like, hey, we're going to do, our sponsorship is brought to you by Abortions and Gun Rights USA.
That's what I mean. Like we're not going that extreme. Or
well, it's not going to be that, but it's like, but what if we had a 2-minute ad where it was just, it's a game. I don't know. Just come up with one. Lust Goddess. I don't know if that's a real game. Goddess Lust. Ooh woo. And she's just like, oh, I've never been touched by a boy. Meanwhile, triple C or whatever, like triple D, F, G cups. But she's got angel wings. Okay. She's actually from heaven. Okay?
Yeah. She's 6,000 years old.
And she
just looks 12.
I don't know. Yeah. She shoots fucking like condoms out of her nipples. It's like
where you came up with that is gonna never. I now I've got that in my head. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you don't spend enough time on the internet.
Clearly.
The old condom nipple trick.
Yeah. All right. So you guys have got to tell us what is the line, and because we will occasionally get like people asking us for sponsorships, and I can tell you I've turned some down because I thought that it was too far and it was like too egregious into that space. But if everyone's like, we could give a shit less, go get that bag, like, okay. there's still a limit for me, but like,
I would love to do a dual sponsorship specifically for the podcast, a weekly podcast where that would be fun. I mean, I'd be into it.
Yeah. There's a couple companies I'm talking to where I'm trying to get them to become a partner. And then I want to see if I can get them specifically to partner for this, for the podcast. Nothing's landed yet, people. It'll be great for the channel. We'll see. But you'll obviously know if it does, because then you'll have an ad in the middle of one of these things. But I think that's probably it. We've been talking here for an hour. So at the expense of making this longer.
Fine. All right. Well, I guess I'm ready to go. I've got a stream anyway. We both got a stream. We'll whoever gets the most views gets the podcast revenue. All right.
There we go.
Let's go.
There we go.
Oh no! Wait, I don't agree to that. I don't agree.
You might beat me this week. Who knows? I'm doing a late night stream for Mementos. I'm not sure how many people are going to show for that.
All right. We'll see.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. We will see you next week on our podcast. Platty, sign us out.
We will see you. What's my outro? Per platypus is per ploutopus. I will see you on the flip flops. Bye.